make the person see reasons why, okay, this person is really, really nice, has my interest at heart. I mean, it's thoughtful. That thoughtfulness to goes a long way. The little things count. I mean,
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. And so today I'm excited because you can already tell Sha, but I'm excited Sha because we finally get to this video after like how many months? Like I'm not exaggerating. It's actually like over a month of trying to bring this man here. So guys, we have a special, no visitor past visitor. So we have a special visitor in our midst. The person of my, and the person of my husband.
thank you for having me.
Welcome to our channel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. After so much, I'm making a video tomorrow. I'm making it, and tomorrow turns to 1 month. Thank God that we are here.
It's the work of
Visionary.
God. Wow.
Anything that you try to look at this place, don't look at yourself. You know that you are fine, but don't look at yourself too much. So today, guys, you'll be able to tell like, oh, so having him here, you want to talk about something that's still probably relationship, married, but calm down the marriage first. Let's talk about relationship. Like at least we're in a relationship, but we're in a courting relationship or a dating relationship, as some people will call it before we got to this place. So we want to talk about some things we did that didn't make us go out of God's will, because a lot of people say, oh, a relationship, um, I don't even know if it's a word, give me bang bang for this. A relationship that doesn't have like that, there's no sexual relationship involved. So I think we'll use sexual relationship for the word sex. A relationship that there's no sexual relationship involved is boring. Like people feel like sex is like the main thing that makes a relationship interesting. So when it's out of it, I feel like it's very boring. But that was not what it was for us, because we kept ourselves till marriage, and we actually ended our relationship. Like our relationship, our courting period was very very interesting. It was a wonderful one for us, and there was nothing sexually in it. So we want to just like give you some points, some things that we did, some things that we did that actually made that period amazing and didn't make our focus be on, oh yes, we were attracted to each other. Like, "Oh, guys, now see this man. It's too fine now. Sure you want to stand up with it, like, you know.
I'm taking it.
So is amazing. Like it's sweet. It's someone that you get physically attracted to, but we had to like just
Don't
lean
get
on.
attracted again. I'm attracted to this one.
So we had to just lean on, God's system and everything. So I want to tell you some of the things that we actually did that sustained our relationship to like be a godly one. So the fact that he's a visitor, I want him to go first. We'll not
Why
be
would I
doing
go
we will
first?
not be doing ladies first in this one. Visitors first. So baby boy.
I sincerely apologize that I delayed, videos like this because of one thing or the other, work and the rest. So straight right to why we are here. Okay, so while we were cutting, or before we started cutting, when we were friends, like I mean at the talking stage, like the word we put it, where because I was more of the reading type, so I was sharing books that I've read that have already transformed my mind as to how marriage should look like. So I shared the book with her. We picked a day during the week that we review each book. So for us, the cutting period was not for us to, mess around and do other stuff. What we did basically was that we were preparing for marriage. So we started courtship with RCCD, LSC The Bridge, I mean LSC courting, courtship rather. And so at every point that we met, after every class, we always reviewed what we learned at the previous class. Also, because we realized that, and I realized this too in relationship, when you stop talking, you will start touching.
Actually.
If there is nothing to talk about, that's
Yeah.
when you know that
Yeah.
gang
The
gang
man
gang
you now.
gang in Hollywood. You now start swallowing spits like an eat on the bread again. So next you just start touching and you say, Can I kiss you? Even if you don't have to, next thing you do is you just start touching and your mind is gone. So you should not take anything from this first point. When you stop talking, I mean, when you both stop talking, you will definitely start touching each other. All right. So we read books together. We did our thing. I love attending programs, so I would go for programs, work related, ministry related. She was into the baking line. She would go and do her thing. We'll bake. At every point that we met, maybe when she comes to my house or I go to hers, I think she came more to my side, and I was staying with my parents. So of course, so we had people around. So even if you want to have sex, somebody will shall enter the van, somebody will shall hear noise, and they'll come. And really, you don't want to do that. All right. So um, she did her thing, I did my thing. We went about doing the various things that would help ourselves. So because we were preparing for marriage, but we still didn't leave that place of self and personal development. All right.
So like to buttress what he has
Buttress.
said. So we went for a lot of programs together. Like we went for a lot of programs together, and we also went for individual programs. So there was that room for do your thing, like do my thing. Like you said, like there should be room for we are growing together because we eventually get married, and we need to like do things together because there's supposed to be oneness in the home. So for that oneness to actually happen, we need to like agree on things. There has to be this unity. So we did things together, and even while doing things together, we still did our like personal this attended programs, did our like I said. So another point I'll say is that we shared a lot of YouTube content, Instagram content.
Yeah.
Like we shared a lot of content with each other, like content that we knew that this matches our values. This is what I wish
So
we should actually like put this like incorporate this into our own families, what we want to do, or there's something for you to learn, like I like this. Probably I see something, I'm like, I would like you to do it to me. Like I share it with him. Same thing, or we see something about parenting, he shares it with me, I share it with him. After watching, we don't just watch for watching sake. We come back to like, what did you learn in the video? What was your point? Like, and sometimes it just even comes naturally. Like, after I watch the video, I just enter his DM and just say, very nice. I like the way she did this. I like the way he did that. I like what he said. Like I remember I saw one video of how they taught one boy the Bible, the scripture, A for this, A B for, and I'm like, this makes so much sense. Like, use what this child is learning to actually train this child. So things like that, like don't just be online, don't just be saying I love you, I love you. Have you eaten? Have you slept? Have you woken up late? How is daddy and mommy? How are your sisters and your brothers? Like, while scrolling online, like be intentional about seeing content. And again, who are you following? What the people like? We have there are some YouTubers that he never knew that I introduced them to him, and there are some that I never knew that he introduced to me. So who are people that you are following? Who are people that are adding values to you? Like value is very, very important. Who are your community? Your community, your friends, your people that you follow on social media. So it is very, very important.
Right. So I was going to say that when we went for individual programs, was not necessarily spiritual church programs. It was mind, personal development, re-engineering of the mind and all. There's always a place for us when we come back to review. I mean, even if I don't want to say, what did you learn today? Teach me now. I remember I was doing a program at that time. Jordan Experience. Thank you. She remember Jordan Experience. And I mean, one of my brother is a friend of mine who happens to be a barber. Is the convener of that teaching experience. So he taught us about love for one time. I mean, I ran back to the house and I was sharing with him. I just learned something about love and how it pertains to marriage and how the husband, the triangle of marriage. And I mean, it was really nice. I realized that as I was telling now, it became we drew out actually points from that thing. And we said, okay, so we're doing in our home. Jesus is our source. When we tell our children, when we give birth to our children, we tell them if we need anything. You know, it was really nice that we'd always review. So even if you are going to a program and you're not serious, for the sake that she will ask you how far, you would want to be serious just to have something to share that will benefit us. So for us, we focused on the marriage. So of course, did we have our moment where we failed that we did? I mean, we went outside the box. Yes, we had that moment too. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, when we say fall, like please don't let your mind go far.
Yeah,
like
too far. Come back.
The falling is not like how will I say, it's not like falling, but almost like so. Sharp, sharp.
blood
And the
went to
thing
the head.
is, one thing that I feel like people actually do is that some believers, they put out themselves in that position of denying, and the more you deny, the more you just fall down. You fall like nothing will hold you.
Yeah.
So at that point, we are like, please, I beg, I beg. As much as sometimes when I go to his house, like daddy's in the sitting room, mommy's in the sitting room. So the only place that we have to stay is like his room. And when I'm telling you that his room, his door is never locked. Like
There's
anybody can
always
enter.
open.
Everybody can enter anyhow. And
To grow up like that.
he has like a younger brother. Sometimes when Precious is around, Precious might be in the room. But when we just started, Precious was shy. So if Precious if you eventually watch this video, I'm shaking here. Precious was shy. So whenever I'm around, Precious was in the room. And that's it. But it got a time when Precious got used to having me around, that he can be with me and him, we can be in the room together like for over an hour, and he would not leave, we would just continue working. So we're like having someone around. So when you're hearing for, please don't let your mind go too far. We almost, let's just be like that. And like catching yourself. And so you now got to a point where we saw like, oh, we stay in the sitting room. Because you know that anybody will come to the sitting room, but the sitting room was like, because I noticed anytime I'm around, people will know what they will not watch TV, they will not come, and I'm like, I cannot come and stay for hours, and I will not be restricting people around at home from watching TV. So that's why we have to like. So I was so grateful for the time when Precious will always stay. He never knew, but I was always so grateful for those time when he now got used to me, that he would stay in the room with us. Like it was amazing. So please let your mind go too far. Don't let it go far. So so in case if you fall, like in case if you almost fallen, please take those precautions. Like don't act like I am mighty. You have blood running through your veins, like you're attracted to this person. So do the needful. If you need to, I remember Star Wars, they will say when the room gets hot, not beginning of the what I'm talking about, they will take a stroll. Like they were vulnerable with each other. Like guy, we got to that point. Like take a stroll. Be honest, like guy, please let's go to where people are. Like go outside. Don't say we are capable, we handle it. Ha ha.
So I remember that we had a slogan, or we still do. We had a slogan when we were cutting that two people cannot be mad at the same
Yeah,
time.
we both
So
can be mad
even
at the same
if
time.
my head is not correct,
It's
somebody
dead,
has to. Your head has to be correct because you have to call the person back.
yeah.
So when both of us are already, it seems like you're running mad, like in quotes. Somebody else has to leave the room, or else you'll be
So
shocked.
like don't put yourself in that position of, because Bible self say let you think he stand. Let him take it, lest you fall. Because if you are thinking, oh, I speak in tongues, I am no, we have almost fallen 5 times, but we not fall. Maybe the sixth time that the devil will just rake your stool off your bum, and you just see yourself, you are on the floor, anyhow scattered. So we need to be very, very mindful and don't rely on your
So
strength.
another point on what we were discussing is that while we're cutting, so because courtship is a time when you have to get to know each other. So I realized I did a lot of focusing on art. So I realized I should get something very dear. I should get to register a business. Alright, so I did the inquiries. I asked her if she wanted to do it and she said she was interested, then we pushed it. So the coaching process is also a place that you have to focus on your partner.
Yes.
I mean, know what they want. You can do long term, you can do short term. So just to make the person see reasons why okay, this person is really really nice, has my interest at heart. I mean, it's thoughtful. That thoughtfulness to goes a long way. The little things count. I mean, when I gave her, I had to do some lies. I'm going to this place, and she didn't know when I brought it. And I think it was on her birthday.
Yeah, I think even because I needed my NIN, all those things, I wouldn't even know anything until when the registration was done. Because I needed those things, that was even why. I mean, I didn't even know that fast. Like it's up to now. It still means a lot to me that part of who registering my business like is out of it. And he was the one who he paid for it. Like he did everything. He went through the stress with the person. I didn't even have
Give
to
me my flowers.
I didn't even have to like talk to the person. So, and again, I'll say something about the thoughtfulness. Like, please don't pretend. Like, who you cannot sustain. Don't pretend. Don't give gifts because when you are cutting, don't give gifts because you want this person to think you're an amazing person.
That's the
Don't
balance.
do things because you want this person to think. Don't do it because of thinking. Do it because that is who you are and because you love this person. Like, don't pretend. I feel like it's so unfair to pretend to somebody that you want to get married to. Like, can you be honest and give them that chance to actually choose if they want to stay with you? Like it's very painful when you pretend to be who you are not to somebody. And I pray for the gift of discernment for many people. A lot of people have lied to the children of God, but one way God does expose. But not everybody has that grace that even when God is trying to like show them the red light, they still can't see and they still now fall into the trap. So I'm just begging, like, don't pretend. Like, if you don't like this person, if your motive for this person is not real, don't pretend and do things that you cannot sustain in marriage, because whatever you do in marriage, like whatever you do while you are courting, will be amplified when you get married.
Yeah.
So if you are giving gifts when you are courting, you don't want person to become materialistic, because a lot of people can become entitled to these things. But now when you are married now, you want to like, oh, you want to, especially the wife that you love, that when you now got married, like you saw or the like more beauty, like you know that this person is beautiful in and out when you guys were courting, but because you're not living with this person, you now see like a more like a final part of this person that you did not even see when you were courting, because you guys did not really spend as much time that you guys are now spending when you are married. So you want to go all out. Like now Valentine's coming now. I think you'll be seeing this video maybe after Valentine now. I'm really praying that God shower me with your blessings so I can shower it on this your son. Like that kind of thing, because he's an amazing person and I know that I want to do the same. The same thing for me. So yeah, and another thing that I remember that we did again was, yes, mentioned it that we read books, but we did not just read books and just let it pass. We actually had this book. We both had like individual books that we had, and we, what did you even tell myself? Was it personal development of teacher?
Yeah. I remember one book that I know that we read that changed our mindset was I Am Married.
Yeah, by
DDK.
DDK. Oh my god. That book is
powerful.
amazing.
That book is powerful. I Am Married.
That was the first book we read.
If you link the book, yeah, just try to get the book. DDK's and on IG. You should get it on but
or just even maybe Amazon or all those places where they sell books. Like it is like you would be glad that, see, and that book again is good for singles. Like
yeah.
I feel like when I read that book, I saw that so many people were there because of why their marriage is actually being delayed. Like sometimes there is not even village people that is delaying you from getting married. Sometimes you are the hindrance to your own breakthrough. Like I'm telling you, you are the village person.
Yeah.
Like when I read that book, it was amazing. It was sweet. It was mind opening. Like it was so amazing. So we actually recommend. I still want to make a video. I have it already in my book that I'm going to make a video of all the books I read during courtship and the ones we are still reading now. So because they actually helped us. So we had one book that both for our Bible study. Yeah, we did Bible study together. Like spiritual growth as a family is very, very important. Like we read books together, we did Bible study. So yes, this was those time, and we usually review our book every day, like every night. We did Bible study too every day, and we had our book. We just write them in it, and we always have like you can easily go back to it. It's something I can go back to it now. I read some points that I got from the books. I read some points that I got from our Bible so, and it was a way of also building me like, oh, you didn't have to like be the one to take Bible study. You were sweet. Sorry. It didn't have to be the one taking Bible study because he's the man. He was also building me like, see, if it was up to me, I don't mind if it was one that was taking it. But he had to like switch even the preview. So sometimes I would take the preview, it would take the preview. Like there was always someone that was leading, like at least like we are running this home together. And sometimes I might not be around to take decisions. Let me be proud that my wife can actually stay. Like when I tell him that although I handled it, it's not scared that, yeah, what did you do? What did you say? How did you fix it? Because
she's good.
Because we have become one, like we have done things together that I can think the way we think. I can say, no, don't worry, don't worry, just do it. That's how you want it to be. And when he comes back, there's no complaint. So this is one of the things that doing things together while courting, like it makes you understand this person. You have to get to understand them more when you get married. But like you don't have to like now start from zero to this when you get married. Like when you are courting, like you have done a part of the assignment. You have done the preamble. You know when you want to cook fried rice, you don't just pour the carrot like into it. You've diced already. So that dicing process of let's now start cooking when you get married. Yes. So yeah, that's it. I think that's
So I think last point. Shout out to one of our big brothers, Oluwatoyin.
yeah.
So we had like a group date.
Yeah.
He took us out alongside
His wife's sister and her fiance. His wife's sister and her fiance.
Shout out to Sally.
It was an amazing outing actually.
Went to one very nice eatery at is that an eatery?
Opposite yes.
Yeah.
Restaurant. Opposite
Restaurant.
Bonbon, what they call it. Actually, very
try them
amazing.
out. This is
I'm
not like an
telling
art
you.
class, but you should try them out.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
opposite Radisson Ikeja.
He had a swell time. I mean, it was really nice bonding with another, couple that were just coming up,
amazing.
and he was. Sly is always there to give experiences, share knowledge, share wisdom. I mean, so we went out. So basically, the summary is that we studied
Get
together.
a big balance.
Yes,
Spiritual, enjoy yourself, have fun.
have fun. Go to
Don't
the
just be
cinema.
spiritual, please.
Yes,
Brothers
I was
and
always
sisters.
busy, so we didn't have time for cinema. Like there was no time for cinema.
Well, Wally's work is very demanding. Let's see that. Like Wally's work is very, very demanding. Like who goes to work on Saturdays and Sundays sometimes? Like it's very demanding sometimes. So when you want to go out, and again, Lagos is not even encouraging. Like guys, so all those things are like some factors. But sometimes we try to enjoy ourselves. For the beauty where we can enjoy ourselves, we enjoy ourselves. Like we go out with friends. We get to hang out with Greatness and Victor. Yes, Greatness and Victor were like one huge part of our cutting this thing because we did amazing things together. Went for outings actually, went on retreats with them. Like just to
Everyone went
this.
to JJT Park.
Yeah, we went to JJT Park.
Shout out to Ebenezer and Ziba and the
Yeah.
whole Jordan Experience crew.
So,
That was
like-
fun too.
Like there's just let there be
The
balance.
summary is that just know that when you stop talking,
Yeah,
you
actually.
will start touching.
Yeah,
and you do
because-
not want to touch.
Yeah, I understand that
You will
thing.
watch the
Like
process.
every time I went to Wally's place, like there was always a purpose. Like we had things that we want to talk about. Not like it was intentional, but we played. No, you don't want to know that.
I'm best
We
to play.
played, like we played. That's what we played. We were always playing time.
I did some of some of our
Like you must see. We played like
some of our
let me tell you. We played like, and we always have something to talk about. So it's not like I'll
I
just
really
go
got
there.
to know how to play. I knew some places to touch that we just
Please,
get
now
that
what's
cracked
that?
up and laughing like
I beg shit. So we played. We would always do things together, and like that's just me. In summary, what I've just been saying is this: like let there be balance in your life. Like don't be too spiritual. That the only place you will be taking her or him to, because some places are guilty is prayer retreat, church program, redemption camp, Shiloh. Please let there be balance. Like go out with friends, go out with friends, go out personal outings, like take each other out, like
Develop yourself,
Yes.
develop each other,
actually.
basically. Just just get better.
So yeah, guys, we know how this video is a little, but you're gonna enjoy it. So
I hope
no,
you are
like,
blessed,
we're
you
not
learned
enjoying-
a thing or two.
Yes,
Knowledge is progressive, so
Yeah.
seek more knowledge,
exactly.
read books,
Yes,
become better.
Mhm.
Jesus is the goal.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It remains the standard.
yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for having me.
This is this
It should be like our picture.
thumbnail. Yeah, when we take on. So guys, we're signing out. Bye.
Bye.